Hello everybody! Hey! So, giving everybody a minute to join. I know my lighting isn't as good in here, but the porch is a little bit cooler than being out in the sun. I am dyeing my hair, which is why it's all crazy. Getting a little pink going again. I like to let it simmer for a little while. So I decided, because there's only a few days left in the month, it is definitely time for me to get going on my DIY hook. We've already had some amazing entries. I'm super excited to see what everyone else is working on. I think we have, I'd say anywhere from 10 to 15 people have submitted photos of their finished hooks already. So super excited about that. The reason why a lot of people buy more than one DIY challenge hook is because sometimes your first idea doesn't go very well. That's what happened to me. Not a huge fan of what I had been working on previously in my last video, but it's so difficult because I was like, I just don't know what else to do besides try to do something abstract. So I was trying to think, and a lot of people have made, and even this year, make these wonderful little creatures out of their hooks, you know, using this hook opening as the mouth. And I said, you know what? I want a creature. I want to make myself a little monster hook. And then I started thinking, okay, instead of doing something random, I think I want to make something that is recognizable to me, something that, you know, is, you know, maybe speaks to like a TV show or something. And I thought of exactly what I want to try and what I'm going to work on the first part today. It's going to have to be a two-parter because I have to let my paint dry, but I think today I'm only going to be able to do the initial coat. So I want to make my hook into a little Mr. Meeseeks. Woo! So for anyone who watches Rick and Morty, it is a character from Rick and Morty, the TV show, and I'm super excited to try it. So we'll see. And like I said, my hair looks crazy. I'm dyeing it right now. Hopefully like the heat out here will get it to kind of dry and cake up all wonderfully, and then I can go wash it all out and be pink again. So this is the paint that I'm using, just so you guys can see. The captain found these on Amazon, just acrylic paint, 24 colors, found it on Amazon. Brand is Cali Art. And I was like, okay, how do I get the Mr. Meeseeks blue? And I realized that one of the colors that came in here is almost exactly what I would want for a Mr. Meeseeks blue. It is cerulean blue, right there, you can see. And I do think I want to lighten it like a teeny tiny bit. I do feel like it's a little dark, so I'll show you guys. There's my blue and my white. And I am going to see, I'll probably need quite a bit of the blue, I would think. Let's see if I can get this out. So I would love to know if you guys are joining in, if you're working on a DIY hook this year, if you have already finished it, or if it's in the process, what you're doing with your hook. I would love to know. And let's get this mixed up. And like I said, I think I'm gonna have to do a two-parter for this one, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to just get the Mr. Meeseeks color on the hook first. So I just want to get the base coat of blue on the hook first. And then maybe tomorrow, if the weather's good, I may come back on and show you guys my process for drawing him. Because I want to do the little mouth with his little funky teeth, and the little tongue in the hook space. And then obviously his funky little eyes, and like he's got these little lines where his cheek is, and that will go along this outer part. So it really is like the perfect for like a big smile Mr. Meeseeks with some funny things here. And I am considering trying to figure out a way to like do a little hair patch. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do it like a removable. I don't know if I can like drill a little hole in the top and have maybe some, what's it called? Pipe cleaners with some yarn sticking out so he's got a little fro. But I wanna be able to remove it so I can use the hook. So gotta think on that, figure out what would be the best option for that. Okay, so I've mixed in all of this white. It doesn't look like it lightened it up a whole lot, which is kind of what I wanted. I didn't want it to be like a baby blue. But let's make sure this is completely mixed in. I can show you guys the progress. It's very bright still, which is what I want. Mr. Meeseeks, they are bright blue. Okay. Now, the last time I came on here, I also was holding my hook. I had found a little screw, and I put the screw in the bottom. I was holding onto the screw. That didn't really feel very good on my hand. So for this one, that was a B. For this one, I'm just going to work all the way up to my hand here. And then what I did this time is I poked a nail. Show you guys. I pushed a nail through the end of a cap on an old kombucha bottle, and then I can screw that on there, and I can put my hook on this and have a stand for myself. So we'll see if that works. I'm not sure. I think that that screw will, the nail will stay where I want it. It'd probably be good to put like a little glue around this if you do this, or maybe glue on the bottom. Okay. I've got my pretty color. I think that's really good. I think that's the perfect color. So it is time for me to start putting my first coat on here. And I'll be interested to see if I need to do a second coat of blue. Because I don't know just how much coverage I'll get by painting this on thinly. And I really don't want to get paint, or at least I don't want to get too much paint on the inside, and I just got a little on there. So I'm going to have to watch that, because that's not going to be blue. The inside of his mouth will not be blue. Okay, this is covering pretty good, I think. I do feel like there's some rogue white on my brush, so I'm trying to make sure I work that out. I saw Lori said she just submitted her hook today. Woohoo! So excited to see it. I have not seen yours yet, Lori. Let's see what anyone else has commented, what they are, if they're working on their hook, or if they have submitted their hook already. If you don't know what the hook challenge is, we can chat about that. So if you're just joining in and you don't know what the heck I'm doing, Mama Llama Crochet said hers is done. Eek, yay! So make sure you submit it. We can't wait to see it. I can't wait to start sharing these. I try not to share anyone's submissions until after the deadline in case they want to keep theirs a secret, but you are free to share. So anyone can share their DIY hooks now. Okay, let me get back up to the top of the comments. I think I got through them all. Let's see. All right, Healthy Body 1984 said, no idea what you were doing. So this is one of my 3D printed crochet hooks. We sell them in our Etsy shop, finished, coated with resin, ready to go. They are jumbo crochet hooks. And we got the idea last year to host a challenge where we sell raw crochet hooks. These are directly off the print bed. We do sand them up a little bit if you request it. But items off of a 3D printer usually take some work. So for instance, we can't just print a 3D crochet hook and sell it right off the printer ready to go. They're just not smooth enough, especially for people who, you know, invest in ergonomic crochet tools like I do. You want something that is very smooth, ergonomic, really specific to the needs of someone who crochets a lot. But we decided, okay, what if we did some kind of DIY option where people could buy a white hook, they could decorate it themselves, and they could even send it back to us if they wanted to have it coated the way that we coat our finished hooks that we sell in our shop. And it was definitely a joint effort coming up with it, not 100% my idea. But the captain, aka my husband, aka Captain Hook, he runs the printers and keeps everything running smoothly and sands these lovely hooks to perfection. We came up with this idea of doing a challenge. So you can buy a $15 white crochet hook that has not been, we sand it, like I said, a little to make it easier to decorate, but it has not been coated or anything like that, very unfinished. People can purchase those for $15. Our finished hooks are $45. So this does give people a chance to kind of see in person what our hooks look like if they have not been able to invest in one of our finished 3D printed crochet hooks. And then they can decorate it, and they have a month to do so. So I am pushing it to the limit right now. I gave everyone until the end of July this year, and obviously it is the end of July. So I am, like I said, pushing it to the limit. But got this great idea last minute, so why not? So I have a couple more days, and once you finish your hook, you submit it for the actual challenge, and you can win prizes. So we have different prizes. We actually have different categories this year, which was really fun. That was a new addition. We had some kids that joined in last year and decided that those kids should have their own category. So we have a children's category this year for anyone who is, I think we said 14 or 15, maybe 16 and under. I can't remember. It's on the website. therealpinksheepdesign.com. You can get more information on the challenge. But then for adults, we have two categories. We have a functional hook category, which is what mine would be under. It is a hook that you have decorated in a way that still allows you to use your hook to actually create crochet projects. And then we have a non-functional hook category where you have decorated your hook in a way that means you really can't use it anymore. So there are people who have turned their hooks into sculptures where they actually take away the ability to utilize the actual hook, or maybe they've bedazzled them with things that would make the hook too textured to actually be able to crochet with it. Lots of really, really cool options. And if you go to our website and you go to the DIY hook challenge page, which is in the drop down menu under crochet hooks. So if you go to our page and you hover over the crochet hook tab, it'll drop down and show you a DIY hook challenge tab. You can actually see all of last year's entries. So you can see some of the crazy, amazing things that people submitted last year. We'll do the same thing this year. We'll have a closing ceremony on YouTube. But if you've missed out this year and you want to join in the next time we do it, our goal, now this is only the second year we've ever done it, but our goal is to do this every summer. So summertime tends to be a little bit quieter for crocheters, especially ones who make things for fall and winter shows. So we do this in the summer as an opportunity if you want to get your kids involved, if you want to get your partner involved. You know, giving yourself a break from the creative side of crocheting to do something different creatively, which has been proven to help with creative burnout. So usually it's doing the same thing over and over again that can make you really, you know, get to that point where you kind of feel a little burnout with what you're doing and maybe aren't enjoying it as much. I know a lot of people say that like they've lost their crojo, you know, so this is a great way to step away from the crochet projects and try something different to kind of get your creative juices flowing again and try something new. You know, I don't use acrylic paint. I don't remember the last time I used acrylic paint. So this gives me an opportunity to try something different and to do something new. And we are continually blown away by what people have done. Healthy Body says that I'll watch for it next year. Yes, so we usually open orders for hooks in June. So June is the time to order your hook. You'll have all of July to decorate, and then in August we do the judging and the closing ceremony and all of that. And yes, I think you said you could get your granddaughter to do one. Yes, and you could totally have her do one as well. The kids this year, we are so thankful. We actually had some sponsors this year. So for our prizes, Joann's is sponsoring a little goodie box for our 2 adult winners. So that's part of the grand prize. And then they are also sponsoring a $50 gift card for our child winner. So that was extremely exciting that they were willing to jump on board and help us and, you know, kind of be a small part of the challenge this year. And so we were really, really excited about that and just super thankful. And then also Hobie Yarn. So Hobie Yarn, I have worked with them quite a few times through yarn sponsorship opportunities, and they agreed to donate a gift card to the grand prize winners out of both of the adult categories for, it's like $50 or $60 each. It's on the website, so you'll have to look to be sure. But okay, so we're gonna see how this works. I've got my bottle and my nail. I've got the hook on the nail, and I am just trying to be gentle because I don't want to knock it off of there. But this does seem to be working. This is similar to what we do when we resin coat our finished hooks. We have a board that we drove nails through the underside. It actually kind of looks like a torture device because it's just a big block of wood with a bunch of nails sticking out of it. But the nails hold our crochet hooks while we coat them with resin. So very, very, very helpful. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I love the color. What do you guys think? I know it's a little hard to see with the light the way that it is. But this is going to be a Mr. Meeseeks hook. We're going to do the little funky mouth down here with his little teeth and the little tongue, and his little eyes are going to be here. And I am considering actually trying to draw his body. So I may try to draw a body and have his little feet sticking out around the base of the hook. I'm not very good at keeping my hand steady hand drawing, so I am going to try to go live. I do think that this first coat might be enough. I'm going to see if it's dry. I may do one more coat. I'm trying to go nice and slow so that I could potentially do another coat while you guys are on here today. Let's see. Oh, I got a little buggy on there. Get off of there. Get out of here. I know time for you bugs. Okay. I think this is going to be awesome. I definitely got too much paint. I thought I was going to need more than I did. But now I know. This is such a pretty blue. So I think I may try to draw on it in pencil. Did anyone draw on their hooks before you actually painted? Like, I think a lot of people did. Quite a few people did designs where you actually kind of drew things on your hook, and I would love to know if you started with a pencil. Did you draw with a pencil first, and then did you use like a Sharpie for the paint, or did you actually use like a little bitty paintbrush to do your lines? Would love to know. Tell me your secrets. And don't worry, I can't win the prizes, so it doesn't matter. I just figure if you guys committed to doing this challenge that I would commit to doing it too, because I do think it's important. I remember before we went full-time doing Pink Sheep, I worked for a company called PPA, which is Professional Photographers of America, and I ran their social media accounts. And they did a conference every year for photographers. So very similar to crocheters in the fact that you are in a creative industry, and there is the issue of turning something that you love into a job and then having the issue of creative burnout. And I remember at the conference one year, there was a conference class all about the importance of personal projects. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like, this is a personal project. Obviously, I'm not going to sell this. It's for me. And that's for most of you guys. This is something for you. This is not something that actually cost you money. You know, you got the materials, you got the hook. But there's something so special about doing something purely for enjoyment for yourself or for your family. And I think that that's why why I feel so strongly about doing this challenge every year. And it's the same reason why I think that everyone who crochets should make sure that they make time to crochet something for yourself. So having a personal project that you choose, maybe you go and you splurge on a pattern and you splurge on the yarn to create something beautiful for you, something that you want in your life, that you want to wear, not something for sale or a custom order. And that's, you know, that's great too. I think custom orders are a great way to get to splurge on yarn, you know, because someone else has paid for it and it's their order. But there's something really special about making something for yourself. And I think that we all should have the opportunity to do that and make time to do these personal projects that allow us to step out of our comfort zone and do something meaningful and special that's different from what you usually do. Okay, so this is complete. First coat. And I wonder if it's got a dry time. I would doubt it, because I feel like most people who buy paints know what they're doing. This is a warranty card. I don't need that. It says fast drying. Non-toxic, high quality pigments, fast drying, ideal for beginners. Clean while wet with soap and water. Okay, so it's fast drying. Then I could possibly sit here with it. We'll see what's happening. So let me know what you guys are doing. You guys are hanging out with me today on a, what is it, a Thursday? Hanging out on a Thursday at, what time is it? A Thursday at 4 o'clock? What are y'all doing? What are you doing at 4 o'clock on a Thursday? I know some people will work and lurk. So hang out while you're still at work and listen or watch. I'm going to turn this way so nobody gets confused as to what is in the picture. I'm getting some trouble for that with the perspective of these. I see you, Be Outrageous. Welcome. Be Outrageous, you did a hook last year. Did you do one this year? I can't remember if you bought a hook this year. I saw that Lori had commented earlier. Let me see if I can find that about her Starry Night hook last year. Last year on her Starry Night hook, she used a marker first. Okay, that's smart. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to erase on this. So, I mean, pencil, I don't know if pencil really matters. I'm just giving it a few more minutes and then I may go over it one more time just to be sure. Let's see. Lori says she is working on ideas for a couple of late summer craft shows. Okay. And when you say working on ideas, are you like brainstorming what you're going to make, or are you actually like crocheting stuff right now? Craftastic Queen is eating a snack. You should probably be eating a snack too. Cinder, of course that's what I'm doing. You know that's who I was thinking of in my head. Because you always say that, and I figure if you're here, you're probably hanging out at work. You'll probably get to go home soon, yeah? It's getting there. Lori says I couldn't see the pencil. Okay, that might be a concern for me. That will be interesting. And I think I only have mechanical pencils, which I'm just going to chip the paint. DP Handmade is working from home, sneaking some stitches in on a sunflower granny square as a reward for getting work tasks done. Very nice. I swear one of these days I'm going to do a granny square pattern. Has not happened as of yet. Okay, I feel like I have bug spray on my hands, so I'm wiping my hands off before I touch this paint. And it does seem like it might be done. I think it's a little tacky still. That is really pretty blue though. I'm very, very happy with how that turned out. Let's do, I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush off just so it doesn't get dry. And I'm trying to think this through. So maybe tomorrow, so if you guys follow me regularly, you'll know that Fridays I go live for Pink Sheep and Friends. Pink Sheep and Friends is my way to promote community in the fiber and crochet community. The fiber world. So I bring on people from this community and from this world, and we chat about whatever. Usually I talk to them about their journeys as a crocheter. I talk about, I ask how they learned to crochet, what their journey has been like. If, do they crochet for fun? Do they crochet for a living? Do they do craft shows? I've had a lot of different people from the community that do other things within the community. So we've had hook makers and people who make labels for craft shows, and the vegan and leather tags, those kinds of things, people who create things within the community, pattern designers, all of those wonderful people who help make this community even more fun and exciting. And tomorrow I'm going to be going live with Diane of Love Stitches All. So if you guys know her, it's going to be because she makes amazing hand-poured resin handles for crochet hooks. She actually did also just start making hand-poured resin hooks that are larger. So I think she just did some 12mm hooks that were hand-poured into her molds, which is super exciting because it's kind of difficult, I think, to find. That's why we started 3D printing our crochet hooks, is because it is difficult to find the larger sizes. So I think that's really cool that Diane is able to start doing that too. So definitely check her out. If you are not already following her, check out her hooks. And I hope you'll join us tomorrow to chat. And all of my chats are usually, I say all of them because this one was not, my scheduled chats are at 12 o'clock Central Time. So I am here in Alabama and Central Time Zone. So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time, you can join me and Diane. We're going to chat about being hook makers in the crochet world and what that has looked like, what that journey has looked like. And, just talk about other fun stuff like, where she buys her yarn and what her favorite projects are and what her favorite yarn is and what she listens to when she crochets and all of the important questions, Okay, so my hook is, my brush is pretty good to go. And I think what I might do, so let's see. My crafty hook high from North Alabama. Hello. My grandparents actually live in Huntsville. I am due to go visit them very soon. I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks I can go drive up and give them a visit. There are also some really great tattoo shops in Huntsville that I may need to go check out. But I am, me too. So you live in Huntsville or you have grandparents in Huntsville? So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because I do want you guys to see this process, especially me trying to draw on this hook. I think that's going to be a fun thing for you guys to watch and laugh at me as I attempt to draw Mr. Meeseeks. But this, I don't want to try to go over it too soon. So what I may do is hop off and I may do my second coat not live, and then when I come back on, maybe tomorrow, it might be after my live with Diane. I may either stay on or hop off for a little while and come back on in the afternoon tomorrow, or maybe in the morning. I don't know, at some point, because I don't have a lot of time left. I want to make it, you know, under the deadline. But when I come back on, I will be ready to actually try to paint Mr. Meeseeks on here. I think that'll be interesting. My crafty hook lives there. Okay, we'll have to figure out some way to plan a little get together and have a Fiber Friends meetup. That would be awesome. Emma, yeah, I am dyeing it right now. There's dye in there. I usually mix my dye with a lot of conditioner and then I leave it on my hair longer. So I'll leave it on my hair for like 2 or 3 hours, and the conditioner helps it not get super crunchy. Keeps it, you know, a little hydrated, and then I can wash it out. But I use like a temporary semi-permanent one of those dyes. I did find someone here in Birmingham. I don't know when I'm going to go see them, but I am ready to actually like bleach my hair again. I feel like that word is a no-no with hairstylists, but I don't know any other way to say it. When I told a hairstylist that I wanted to lighten my hair, they just did highlights, like all over lightening, and I got that done twice, and I'm still not happy with, like, all of this is still pretty dark, you know, it's just not completely blonde, which is what I did the first time, and I really, really liked that. And I have been talked out of it a couple of times by some stylists, so I've been looking for a stylist that specializes in like fashion colors and hair painting, and someone who has a lot of practice doing what I know would need to be done for me to be bright pink again. But for now, it's going to be mixed in there, which is fun. It's still fun. Now I just need to figure out how to make that a write-off, since I only do it because I'm the pink sheep. Okay, guys, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I am going to do a second coat today on this hook with the blue. Okay. And then I will be back tomorrow. That's my goal, is to come back on tomorrow. Like I said, probably after my live. So let's see. I'm usually live from about 12 to 1. I'll probably take a break and eat some lunch. And then maybe at like 2 or 3, I'll come back on and we will finish this bad boy up. And I will do my best to actually turn him into a Mr. Meeseeks that I can crochet with. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. But I can't wait to see you guys' hooks. If you're still working on your hooks, you've still got some time. Don't freak out. I'm still working on mine. And if you have, so if you are watching this and you are ready to submit your hooks, but you can't, either you didn't get my welcome email, or if you just can't find it, you can go to my website, therealpinksheepdesign.com. You can go to the crochet hook tab, the drop down to DIY hook challenge. There is now a link to submit your finished hook on that page. If you can't find it, you can always just shoot me a message and I can send you the link. That's not a problem. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to go wash the dye out of my hair, put another second coat on Mr. Meeseeks, and we'll be all ready to put the details on him tomorrow, which I think will be fun. I think it's going to be a lot like the episode of Nailed It. If you guys have Netflix and you've ever watched Nailed It, if you haven't, you should watch it because it's hilarious. But it's the show where they bring on bakers who are just super average bakers who just really like baking, even if they're really not all that great at it. And they try to recreate these amazing, beautiful cakes and cupcakes. And in the end, it's usually quite different from the piece that they were trying to create. So I'm thinking we might have a case of that here. I hope it turns out. I mean, I hope I can make it happen. I may cheat and try to do a little of the outline while you guys aren't watching. that might help me a little bit, feel a little better. You know. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Join me at 12 o'clock right back here on Instagram, 12 o'clock Central Time. And then hopefully after that, I can attempt to complete the Meeseeks hook. And yeah, I'll talk to you then. Bye, everybody.